Listen, this moment we're living in right now is once in a lifetime. You've never had this much access to attention in human history. And the crazy part is, most people are wasting it. They scroll for hours, complain about algorithms, and compare themselves to everyone else, while someone with less skill, less experience, and less equipment is building an audience and changing their life. The difference. Execution. The difference. They started. If you understand what's actually happening right now on social media, you'll realize that attention is the most underpriced asset in the world. You don't need money, you don't need permission, you don't need fancy gear. You just need to start using your voice, because 5 years from now, the opportunity you're ignoring today will be gone. Everything you want, success, sales, recognition, influence, it all starts with one thing: attention. If people aren't paying attention to you, your ideas don't exist. That's why social media is the single most powerful tool on the planet right now. Every platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn is giving you the chance to grab attention for free. But you have to earn it. You earn it through value, consistency, and authenticity. Stop posting what you think will go viral and start posting what actually helps, inspires, or entertains someone. Every time you post something real, something honest, something human, you build trust. And trust is what keeps attention alive. The problem is, most people are too scared to look imperfect. They're waiting for the right camera, the right time, the right idea. But there is no right time. There's only now. While you're perfecting, someone else is posting. While you're overthinking, someone else is learning by doing. The internet rewards speed, not hesitation. Post messy, post raw, post often. The people who win online aren't the ones with the best strategy. They're the ones with the most execution. Consistency always beats perfection, and authenticity always wins over polish. And here's the truth: social media isn't broken. You are just not adapting. Every platform has its own language. Learn it. Don't fight the algorithm, feed it. Understand what kind of content works where, and then make it your own. Study your audience. Pay attention to what they respond to. When something doesn't work, adjust. The game isn't to complain about views, it's to experiment until something hits. Once you understand that attention follows relevance, not entitlement, you start to move differently. 20, you stop crying about reach and start creating for the people who actually care. Attention is the most valuable asset in the world today. It's more powerful than money, talent, or even luck, because without attention, none of those things matter. You can be the best at what you do. You can have the greatest product. You can have life-changing ideas. But if nobody knows about you, it's like you don't exist. In this era, attention is the new currency, and social media is the marketplace where it's traded. The people and brands that understand how to capture and hold that attention are the ones who win, while everyone else complains about how unfair the system is. The truth is, simple attention is free right now, but it won't be for long. We live in the single greatest time in human history to build something from nothing. And you can literally reach millions of people from your phone sitting in your bedroom without permission from anyone. no gatekeepers, no excuses. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn have given everyone the same chance. The difference between those who make it and those who don't comes down to one thing: who can earn and keep attention. And that's not about manipulation or gimmicks. It's about understanding people. What do they care about? What do they laugh at? What inspires them? What makes them stop scrolling? The people who figure that out and deliver it daily are the ones who dominate the digital landscape. The biggest mistake most people make is treating attention as luck. They think going viral is random, that success just happens. That's completely wrong. Attention is earned through consistency, creativity, and empathy. You earn it when you respect your audience's time. You earn it when you bring value, whether it's entertainment, education, or inspiration. Every post, every video, every comment is an opportunity to build trust. And trust is what turns attention into influence. The more people trust you, the more they listen, engage, and share. That's the game. It's not about quick hacks or viral moments. It's about building long-term attention through genuine connection. Right now, attention is underpriced. That means it costs you almost nothing to get in front of people. Your only investment is effort. But that window won't stay open forever. As platforms evolve, they'll become pay to play, just like TV and radio did. Big brands will flood in with huge budgets, and organic reach will dry up. So while the algorithms still give small creators a chance, this is the time to go all in. Post every day. Experiment. Learn what works. Double down on it. Don't worry about likes or followers in the beginning. Worry about attention, how long people watch, how deeply they engage, how often they come back. That's the real metric that matters. The crazy part is most people are sitting on gold, but don't realize it. They underestimate their stories, their experiences, their knowledge. They think nobody cares. But that's just insecurity talking. Someone out there needs your perspective, your lessons, your energy, but they'll never find it if you don't put it out. Attention doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who create. And creating is free. The phone in your pocket is $1 billion opportunity machine, but it's useless if all you do is scroll. You have to flip the switch from consumer to creator. Once you start creating, you'll realize how powerful attention really is. It opens doors you didn't even know existed. Partnerships, business opportunities, friendships, collaborations, and influence. The truth is, attention is not limited. It's abundant, but it flows toward those who deserve it. And deserving it means earning it every single day. You earn it by showing up, by listening, by caring about the people on the other side of the screen. You can't buy real attention with ads or followers. You build it with value and consistency. So right now, while it's still possible to grab people's eyes and hearts without spending a fortune, take advantage of it, because the future belongs to those who understand that attention isn't just something to chase, it's something to master. Most people lose before they even start, because they're obsessed with perfection. They want the perfect camera, the perfect lighting, the perfect script, the perfect strategy. And while they wait for perfect, someone else with nothing but a phone in their hand is posting every single day and winning. The game on social media isn't about who's the most polished. It's about who's the most consistent and real. The world rewards action, not hesitation. The moment you stop worrying about how you look, how you sound, or whether people will judge you, that's when you start to win. The truth is, perfection is just another form of fear. It's a way of avoiding judgment. But the funny thing is, the audience doesn't even care about your perfection. They care about your truth. People don't want to see another commercial or overly filtered version of life. They want to see something that feels human, something they can connect to. That's why authenticity beats perfection every single time. When you post a video with mistakes, when you talk about your failures, when you show the messy parts of your journey, you become relatable. You become real, and real is magnetic. People trust real. When you try to be too polished, you feel corporate and distant. But when you're yourself, you build connection. Consistency builds trust, and authenticity keeps that trust alive. If you can show up online as your true self over and over, even when you're tired, even when you doubt yourself, people will notice. And more importantly, they'll believe you. You can't build momentum if you're always waiting for the perfect moment. The internet moves too fast. Platforms evolve. Trends shift. Attention spans shrink. If you don't move, you disappear. That's why consistency is everything. You have to show up even when you don't feel like it, even when your last post didn't perform well. Because the game isn't about one viral video. It's about 1,000 small moments of visibility that add up. Every post, every reply, every comment is a seed you plant. Most people quit before their seeds have time to grow. But the ones who keep showing up, they build forests. The crazy part is the audience forgives mistakes faster than you think. They don't expect perfect, they expect effort. They don't respect honesty. When you post something that's raw and real, it hits harder than a fancy production ever could. Think about it. Some of the biggest creators in the world started with shaky videos, bad lighting, and awkward delivery. But they were consistent. They kept learning in public. And over time, their authenticity became their superpower. People grew with them. That's what creates loyalty. Not fake perfection, but real evolution. There's another layer to this. Consistency is how you build self-awareness. Every time you post, you learn what resonates, what doesn't, what feels right. You refine your voice through repetition, not theory. You can't figure out your brand by sitting around thinking about it. You figure it out by doing. Each piece of content teaches you something. Each reaction from your audience helps you adjust, but you only get that feedback if you put yourself out there. Consistency is the teacher. Authenticity is the reward. Together, they create momentum that no algorithm can stop. Most people underestimate how powerful it is to simply keep going. While they're overthinking, someone else is out executing. That's the difference between the ones who talk about doing and the ones who actually do. You don't need to be great to start. You need to start to become great. Every influencer, every brand, every creator you admire, they all started with one post. The difference is they didn't stop. They didn't let imperfection paralyze them. They let it fuel them. So stop waiting for perfect. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. The only metric that matters is, did you show up today? Did you add value? Did you stay true to yourself? Because if you do that every day, the results take care of themselves. Consistency builds momentum and authenticity sustains it. That combination is unbeatable. The people who lose on social media are the ones who spend more time complaining about algorithms than understanding them. They get angry that their content doesn't perform well, that their reach is low, that nobody's engaging, but they never stop to ask why. Every platform has its own rhythm, its own culture, its own language. If you want to win, you have to learn how to speak that language. You have to respect the platform instead of fighting it. The algorithm isn't your enemy, it's your audience translator. It's designed to show people what they actually like. So if your content isn't hitting, the problem isn't the algorithm and 20. It's that you're not creating something people care about yet. That's the harsh truth most people don't want to hear. But it's also the most liberating truth once you understand it, because it means you have full control to fix it. Every platform gives clues about what works. TikTok rewards fast hooks and authentic energy. Instagram loves visuals and storytelling. YouTube rewards depth, consistency, and watch time. LinkedIn thrives on value and relatability. X, formerly Twittered, pushes sharp ideas and bold opinions. Each of these platforms is a different game, but they all run on the same fuel: human attention. The people who win are the ones who study how that attention behaves instead of trying to force their old habits onto new systems. Adapting is everything. The creators who grow the fastest are the ones who stop complaining and start experimenting. They don't cry about the algorithm, they dance with it, twit. If you want attention, you can't be romantic about your content. You can't say, this is how I like to post, or this is how I've always done it. Nobody cares. The audience decides what works, not you. When you let go of ego and start testing new styles, new formats, new ideas, that's when growth happens. Maybe your long videos don't perform, but your clips explode. Maybe your motivational quotes flop, but your behind the scenes stories take off. The only way to find out is to play. The algorithm is simply rewarding those who adapt quickly. You can't hack it with shortcuts or hashtags if your content doesn't connect emotionally. You have to give the platform what it wants: relevance, consistency, engagement. And you get all three by caring about the person on the other side of the screen more than your own metrics. Most people don't realize how much leverage they have when they stop resisting. Once you start paying attention to how the platform behaves, it becomes predictable. You see patterns. You start to notice that your content performs better when you post at a certain time, or when you use subtitles, or when you reply to comments within the first hour. That's not luck, it's understanding. And when you understand the system, you can use it to your advantage. The biggest mistake you can make is to assume you're too good to learn the rules. Every major creator, every successful brand, every person with influence, they've all taken the time to understand how the game is played. They test, adjust and evolve daily. That's the difference between visibility and invisibility. The truth is, complaining doesn't change algorithms. Creating does. You don't win by being bitter, you win by being better. The people who grow massive followings are the ones who treat every platform like a living ecosystem that needs to be understood and respected. They adapt their message, their format, their tone for each space instead of copying and pasting the same thing everywhere. They listen to the feedback the audience gives through engagement, and they pivot fast. And 20, when you start creating for the platforms instead of against them, everything changes. The algorithm starts working for you instead of against you. And 20, the moment you stop fighting and start learning is the moment you start scaling attention. Adaptation isn't optional, it's survival. The digital world doesn't slow down for anyone. You either evolve with it or get left behind. There's a window right now where attention is practically free, and most people are wasting it scrolling instead of building. Every platform you see today will eventually mature, and when that happens, the cost of getting in front of people will skyrocket. It's the same story that's repeated over and over again throughout the history of media. The early days of YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok were gold mines for anyone willing to post consistently. Back then, a single video could change your life. The same is true right now, but not forever. Attention is like real estate. It gets more expensive as more people move in. Right now, the land is still open, the reach is still organic, and the opportunity is massive. But soon, when everyone realizes how powerful it is, you'll have to pay for what's currently free. That's why the smartest thing you can do is take advantage of this moment while it still exists. People love to say, I'll start when I'm ready, or I'll post when I have time, or I'm still planning my strategy. What they don't realize is that time is the only thing they can't get back. While they're waiting for the perfect plan, someone else with less skill but more urgency is already building an audience. The internet doesn't reward perfection. It rewards participation. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the faster you adapt. Every post, even the bad ones, moves you forward. But doing nothing, that kills momentum. And 20, attention window closes faster than most people think. And once it's gone, you can't buy it back. Think about what happened with television and radio. In the early days, ad space was cheap and easy to get. But once big corporations saw the value, they took over. The same thing happened with Google and Facebook ads. At first, it was pennies per click. Now it's dollars. TikTok and short form video are still wide open, but not for long. That's why people who act fast will dominate the next decade. They'll build audiences now that will compound later, while everyone else is trying to catch up. The digital world rewards speed. You don't 20. You don't need to be the best right now. You just need to start before everyone else realizes how good the opportunity really is. The biggest misconception about building attention is that it requires luck. It doesn't. It requires awareness and action. You have to see the moment for what it is, a once in a generation opportunity to grab attention at scale without spending money. That's what makes this era so powerful. You can post from your phone, reach millions, and build a brand that creates opportunities for life. 10 years ago, you would have needed a studio, a marketing budget, and connections to even get noticed. Now, all you need is consistency and courage. But if you wait, that window closes. Once the big money comes in and algorithms tighten, organic reach will shrink. And when that happens, the same people who ignored this moment will be the ones complaining that it's too hard or too late. You don't need permission anymore. You don't need anyone to approve your content or give you a platform. The gatekeepers are gone, but the clock is ticking. Every day you delay, someone else takes the attention that could have been yours. The next big creators aren't the ones with the most resources. They're the ones with the most urgency. The world is shifting faster than ever, and attention is shifting with it. The people to take massive action now will be the ones who dominate later, not because they were lucky, but because they understood timing. You can build an empire from your phone right now, but you have to start before it becomes expensive to be seen. The internet doesn't wait for hesitation. It rewards those who execute. So while everyone else is still thinking about starting, be the one who already did, because when the window closes, you'll either be the person who took advantage of it or the one who wishes they had. The truth is, the game of attention isn't about luck. It's about awareness, speed, and execution. Right now, the internet is wide open for anyone willing to put in the work. The platforms are free, the audience is massive, and the tools are in your pocket. You don't need anyone's permission to start. You just need the courage to press record and the patience to stay consistent when nobody's watching. Every post you make, every story you share, every moment you show up builds equity in your personal brand. It might not pay off today, but one day the attention you've earned will open doors that money can't buy. Most people spend their time worrying about what others will think instead of realizing how rare this moment is. They underestimate how powerful it is to have a voice that can reach the world instantly. The people who take this seriously, who create with purpose, who stay authentic, who learn the platforms instead of complaining about them, those are the ones who will win. Not because they're special, but because they acted while others hesitated. The internet doesn't care about your excuses. It cares about your effort. This era of underpriced attention won't last forever, so use it. Post the video, share the idea, build your community. The people who start now are laying the foundation for the next decade of opportunity. One day, everyone will look back and realize how easy it was to get noticed in this era. But by then, it'll be too late. The time is now. The platforms are here. The attention is available. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect. Just start creating while you still can. Because this moment, right here, right now, is the chance of a lifetime.